The Eyjafjallajökull local volcano erupted into life last month after lying dormant for nearly 200 years. The lava flows were spectacular, and so were the floodwaters thundering off a nearby glacier. But it's this vast plume of ash and dust 3.5 miles high that's causing havoc in Europe's airspace. Drifting south and east, the volcanic cloud has closed the skies over the UK, the Netherlands, Scandinavia, and northern France and Germany. Between 5,000 and 6,000 flights were cancelled in Europe today. US-based airlines alone have cancelled over 205 transatlantic flights. Today, Heathrow Airport was full of stunned passengers.
I didn't hear anything about it, no.
So it was completely out of the blue.
Yeah. And you certainly didn't think it would affect us here.
This backlog of frustrated passengers looks bound to get worse as the volcanic cloud is now drifting toward Poland.
I've been chucked to the back of the queue.
So when might you get out?
Saturday, maybe.
The volcanic cloud, too high to be a breathing hazard for humans, can be lethal for aircraft. Some of the particles in it are plain rock dust, but others are jagged-edged shards of glass which can get sucked into jet engines. The ash clogs up the plane's air intake, and the glass particles actually melt inside the engine and fuse solid. After some close calls in the 1980s when jets flying through volcanic clouds had their engines shut down in midair, aviation authorities don't take any chances. Behind me, Heathrow, one of Europe's busiest airports, or at least it should be, but tonight there is nothing moving. Of course, the airlines and the tens of thousands of stranded passengers are desperate to know one thing: when will traffic get back to normal? But at this stage, no one knows. In Iceland, volcanologists are keeping a close watch on the erupting volcano, and they think there's more to come.
There are no easy options here. This eruption, it may stop tomorrow, but it may continue to disrupt air traffic for weeks or months.
The volcano's vast drifting cloud means that fully half of the 600 daily flights between the US and Europe tomorrow will probably be delayed or cancelled. Elizabeth Palmer, CBS News, London.
Also at Heathrow tonight is CBS News travel editor Peter Greenberg. Peter, how big of an effect has this had on air travel all around the world?
Well, the ripple effect's been huge. I got in this morning, Katie, right before they shut operations down at Heathrow. But when you shut operations down at Heathrow, you slow the rest of the world down. You heard about 6,000 flights canceled. It's actually a multiple of that, since so many actual aircraft are out of sequence. And when they're out of sequence, the crews are out of sequence. It's going to take them a while to put it back together.
And Peter, have there been previous incidents where planes have been in peril because of volcanic ash?
That's true, Katie. In 1982, British Airways Flight 9 over Indonesia flew into one of those volcanic clouds, and it shut down all 4 of the 747 engines. The pilots miraculously were able to restart those engines at a precariously low altitude and were able to land. And then in 1989, a similar accident happened with KLM Flight 867 heading to Anchorage. They were able to land too, but that was the wake-up call. And because of that, there are now 9 volcanic ash advisory centers around the world alerting the aviation community to exactly what happened this morning.
And Peter, even if the volcano stops and things clear up, how long will it take for everything to return to normal?
Well, at this point, they're expecting Heathrow to return to operational status at about 1 p.m. London time tomorrow. That doesn't mean anything's going to be flying. They still need to get the planes here. They need to get the crews here. What that means, 36 to 48 hours, but in my book, I'd suggest 72 hours before things get back to normal.
What a mess. All right, Peter Greenberg at Heathrow International Airport. Peter, thanks very much.